this tiny zoom all the way in little nation is who we're going to be playing as today, because they have some special, unique mechanics and flavor. That mechanic is raiding. I mean, it makes sense. Why build factories and then slave away in the fields when you can just go over there and take their stuff? Like I said, there's a lot of really cool flavor here thanks to the journal entries from this new DLC, including the whole nation building aspect, going from a couple of clans on a mountain to a fully fledged, recognized independent state. We're going to adjust how much raiding we do, which gives us more money, but then the great powers like us less because we're doing barbaric things like decorating our palace with Turkish heads. That is something that we do in the game. And we can go on then to unite with Serbia, have some choices with regards to that, and even form Yugoslavia. It's a lot of fun. If you want to see more of this Victoria 3 DLC, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll get to it. All right, we're going to zoom all the way in, and this is who we are playing as over here, Montenegro. Over here, we have some specific, unique journal entries. We have the raiding mechanic, which is really, really interesting. And I first learned about it when I talked to the Victoria 3 devs over in Stockholm. Very excited for that. From rebels to nation, can Montenegro earn their respective great powers by developing from a collection of warlike tribes to a modern state? And of course, we have Serbia and Montenegro. As Montenegro received themselves as Serbs, separated by the kin by the tyrannical Ottomans. Let's see what happens. We also have these treaties that already exist, the Protection of Orthodox Christians and the Verona Convention. So let's begin. Now, as far as I'm aware, there you go, look at that. Raiding is earning us 1,339. That's money right there. Discourage it or bring me more heads. Russians will dislike us more. The Ottomans dislike us more. And to be clear, oh, god damn! With little arable land and no industry to speak of, the Montenegrin tribes turned to raiding Ottoman territory to survive. While the Montenegrin tribesmen proudly put the severed heads of the Ottomans on display, Russia's begun to take a low view of such activities. Also, if we raid too excessively, they may use this to justify their own aggression against them. We are earning 1339 due to our army's power projection and raiding fervor. The more we earn from raiding, the more likely the Ottomans are to counterattack unless they're at war. If the Ottoman Empire doesn't exist anymore, we get David slays Goliath indefinitely, which is pretty cool. If we become a subject, then we get subjugated mountain and we stop raiding. So we want to make sure we play that balance pretty decently. We also have from rebels to nation. Our family are set on forming a nation out of the violent tribes sitting on the mountain in defiance of the Ottoman Empire. Fortunately, Russia is prepared to help their fellow Orthodox Christians, sending financial aid. The better we can maintain our relations, the more Russian aid we can count on. If a semblance of a state can be founded and the tribes keep raiding in check, the great powers may force the Ottoman Empire to cede territory and recognize us as an independent nation. So if we do all of these, and the great powers like us, then yeah, we'll be in a good place, right? And they will force them to cede territory, potentially the rest of this land here. Bear in mind, we don't have that large of a population. Let's go see what this event has to say. Dearest Professor, what is this? This is cool. Shake the world or die trying. Whilst the women in the fields law is active, Montenegro will have more soldiers and more workers available, but its people will suffer. Lower military wages, increased military lower military good costs, increased gold reserve limit, low radicals from low legitimacy. We get more institution size, change speed, but we do get, even the priests are illiterate. We don't even know what minting is. We have a tradition of killing tax collectors based. And we get strong backs, which gives us some infrastructure. So that is how we are looking at things right now. Let's declare an interest in Danubia. So already what I want to be doing is improving relations with the Russians, already I'm doing that, and the Austrians to see if I can't get them to help me out with the Ottomans. The Ottomans are of course going to be at war with the Egyptians pretty soon. What's our relations with the Russians? Let's see, we'll fail. Where's our robust nation? At least one of these. Relations are less than -50. We initiate a play against the Ottomans. Okay, so if we initiate a play against the Ottomans, we'll lose our ability to do this. We can visit this. No ruler, no law. Disallow enacting laws. But for this, we need any taxation law other than consumption-based. We need more legitimacy. We need to build the Biljada and any policing form and any variant of monarchy. Let's have a look at what we are right now. That's a cool outfit. We are a theocracy, so we need a monarchy. We need to go away from traditionalism and from consumption-based taxation. We can go straight to land-based, I think. I can actually go straight to interventionism, and no one really dislikes that. So I think we're going to go interventionism first, and then switch out from theocracy. I think that's the play. Or do we go straight from monarchy? I mean, it looks like the Orthodox Church would not like that. So let's go for agrarianism. No, interventionism. We'll go interventionism. All right, we are going to research the Laith. Cue jokes and laughter. Cue jokes and laughter. All right, and in our market, I can't imagine there's too much here. Food security is going to be our big thing, I think. So we need wood. What resources do we have? A logging camp. And then I think we're instantly going to start raiding. Yeah, look at that. Way more money. I wonder, if I just sit here and I increase my army, does that money go up exponentially? Canonized ancestor. It's going to lose us 15,000, and it's going to help out the church. That's cool. Our legitimacy is really bad right now, so this will actually help out our legitimacy. Let's do that. Canonize him. Peter the First has been officially canonized. What miracles did he perform? When my father lost his head to a Turk, Peter the First brought him back to life. He did not. Well, maybe not my father, but a friend of his. Doesn't matter. We ain't dramatic Italians. Our saints don't do miracles. Miracles are nice, though. My uncle saw him in a dream. Does that count? There's a great Serbian empire retaking Constantinople. Empire. First, give me a decent meal once a day, then we'll talk about empire. Seriously, we aren't ruled by the Turks. Isn't that a miracle enough? I like that. Welcome pilgrims into his tomb. More loyalist. Cool. Emphasizes visions. That gives enactment success chance, which I think is probably our best one, or on the battlefield. Let's go for emphasizes vision for Montenegro. Okay, logging camp's been built. Now, this will mean we need fabric. Do we have any fabrics? I am going to go for some textile mills. No, that's a terrible idea, Laith. Why would I do that? Let's go for some livestock ranches. Get people gainfully employed. Screw it. I am going to go for a textile mill. And I forgot to give myself decrees. We have the ability to go for agricultural industry. Let's do that. Make sure we don't starve. Growing grass. Why not? Enlistment efforts. Road maintenance. Social mobility. Why is this going down? Message from disapproval. Why are you disapproving of me? They don't like our headhunting. Well, look, we gotta do something for some money. I could increase it even more. We also will not receive any money in Russian aid. Visit Moscow. This allows an active rules. Okay, let's get interventionism first. Invitations to join the Russian power bloc. I think we have to, because otherwise they'll stop giving us money. We're gonna have interventionism. You don't like it, but we do need the legitimacy as much as possible. We have barely any legitimacy. I'm tempted to visit Moscow. Let's do that. Just see what happens. No ruler, no law for 2 years. I suppose, yeah, because he's going to go to Russia for 2 years. Jesus. So we can't... Okay. Let's get intensive agriculture. All right, our people want shares. Set up the industry. Can't imagine that there's going to be much industry. But look, we get a lot... Look, this doesn't need to be fully employed and packed for it to make sense. We just need clothes. Look at that price difference. Man, the Russians really hate us. Might have to discourage raiding a bit. Why do they disapprove still? This is bad. Minus 3%. But like... That's a lot, you know? Oh, I can construct this. What is it? Build the Biljada. Let's do that. Nice. Okay. Order the construction of a 25-room residence, complete with a round defensive tower. The master builders want to know what to emphasize. Have some strong men carry abilities they up from the sea. Improve relations and prestige. Or a skull. And the Orthodox likes us a bit more. Or why only stick heads on tower, put them in every room. Okay, that's kind of badass. We're going to do that. Screw it. I don't need Russian aid. They only give us, like, much of our GDP. Also, I like the fact that I can't increase the budget in any capacity because we don't make any money off of taxation. Can support another declared interest. That's crazy. That's unhinged. Diplomatic tour. Some influence from Montenegro. Perfect. Oh, here we go. Purely diplomatic, at least visits and basils. So improve relations by 4, or the Orthodox Church really likes us. Let's go for a purely diplomatic mission. So that gives us a little bit more leeway. So that actually, if we weren't raiding so much, they'd like us a bit more. But I could do more. We don't need the money. Look how much money we make right now. We are incredibly wealthy. All right, let us grab religious schools because it's going to make our people more educated. It's going to make the religious lot a bit happier. I have a government petition to do for it. Well, that's us dead. It's not like we have that much money. Let's start paying you lot a ridiculous amount. Why not? Now, I think what we need is access to the world market. That's the only way we really grow. And here's my plan. I am going to, on clothes, do a massive subvention for the export of them. So we're going to start trading. Make good guns, make cheap guns, make lots of guns. For 50 years, 20% offense and defense. Damn! We now have religious schools. That's the government petition done. Now we dive in for a monarchy. Our first school. Works the cost of education, wealth, education access. Ensure they learn to fight. Yeah, okay. Objectively doesn't help us. But 30% offense and defense is ridiculous. Want to build a university? All right. Now we have a little bit more tech. We're going to go ahead and grab increased wool gathering. Do we not have any... Oh, God. Okay, don't do that. We don't have any grain. Oh, God. Okay, well. There's only one thing I could really do now. I'm going to build a massive army. I mean, ratings make us a good amount of money. Like, why would we not? There really is no downside to this. The Wall Street packed by the USA. That's crazy. We can trade through Austria, which is kind of a crucial part here. No one would come in if we were to... Well, they might do. And try and unite the Balkans. Well, okay then. Okay, nice. We're now a monarchy. And there's the battle for Adrianople. Why is there? What are you trying to do? Transfer Tripolitania, and you want to do a regime change in Tahiti. A genius move. Serbian national awakening has begun in West Serbia. Okay, cool. Like the DLC? The prince wants a wife. Okay, now he's a prince. It's become time for him to choose a wife. Marry for love. We get minting, and Austrian relations increases, or Serbia for duty. A possible diplomatic event catalyst is triggered with Montenegro. We like each other more, and we get a claim on Western Serbia for duty. The Polish uprising's pulled up. Now, I'm actually going to discourage raiding. We can demand the annexation of the Ionians. Russia looks like would join us. Although I do want to go through this side of things. I want to see what happens. But yeah, because this will fail if we go after them. I want to see this. In semblance, state can be founded, and other than the tribes raiding kept in check, great powers may force the Ottoman Empire to cede territory to us and recognize us as an independent nation. So we need a policing law and we need a taxation law. I think we can do both those things. All right, let's do per capita taxation. Taxes. After slaying Ottoman tax collectors for many years, the people of Montenegro are resistant to the very concept of paying taxes, even if the money goes to the prince. So he's robbing us. No, he's taxing us. What's the difference? Well, the tax can be spent for our benefit. So give us flour or fix a roof? No, look, if we don't pay, our men will come. And so he is robbing us. Okay, agree to ease them in. Or no, not taxes. I said axes. We get 15% offense and defense for 10 years, which is very funny. Threaten anyone to resist. That gives you success chance. Hear out everyone's concerns or ease them in. I'm just going to threaten everyone. 10% become more radical. Okay. No, you can't do this. Humiliate and liberate Bulgaria are the two primary demands. Confident versus cocky. Okay. Not sure why the Ottomans think they could take on Russia. Redecorating. Prince's civilized young wife is suggesting we take the severed heads down from the Biljada. How do they decorate where she comes from? I don't know, Mirko. Columns and statues and flowers and rubbish like that seems dull. Very dull. How's a column help me fight Turks? Yeah, it's very encouraging to point in the Biljada and say, that one was mine. Though the smell, yeah, better change with the fresh ones. True, the answer is always more heads. That is amazing. If anything, we need to hang more heads. We become more civilized and we get improved relation speed, legitimacy, and infamy decay. Or we cannot lose face in front of the men. As much as I want to stay as a raiding rogue nation, this is about nation building. I don't think there's a path ahead of us if we stay raiding. Realistically, that's what all the journals are sort of steering us towards. So I think we do have to go for it's time for Montenegro to become civilized. Montenegro gets she can fix him. Nice, per capita taxation. Excellent. I'm going to go for a dedicated police force. We're also... Wow, welfare payments are crazy. Transylvania versus North Transylvanian uprising. A farming boom. Excellent. Let's boost our standard of living. Did we start at 0 literacy? How did that happen? I like this. It's a fun little, like, oh, we're going to become a fledgling state vibe. So discouraging raiding, by the way, gives us better improved relation speed, legitimacy, and obviously less mortality. So we are going to discourage raiding again. And look, for the first time, we're not making money. We also have a lot of gold reserves, so I don't think that matters. I can actually also tax our people now. Ooh, every Ottoman subject gets rebellious opportunity. Interesting. That's the Bulgarians have released as an independent nation, I believe. Yes. Great Eastern Crisis. Crisis brewing in the Balkans and the Ottoman Empire is struggling to maintain control over their territory. Secessions jeopardize their rule. As the situation becomes dire, they're trying to stabilize the current uptick of unrest before it spreads across the region. Whilst the Great Eastern Crisis is ongoing, all religious and political movements, all cultural, religious, political movements in the Ottoman Empire have even more support. And they get, yeah, look at that. If completed, controlled or unchecked or discordant activism. That's cool. It's actually crazy how much money really gives us. We do have a fully stocked army of 13 ready. That's actually like a decently large army, you know, especially for our size. Like Tunis has 16. Good Moroccan GDP check. Damn, that's a terrible Moroccan GDP. I mean, to be fair, looks like Britain took a bunch of stuff. Britain's also belligerent towards us. War profiteering. Yeah, that's kind of our whole thing. Serb uprising. Now, perversely, we do need the Ottomans to win this. Well, springtime peoples is done. All right, sweet. So, we get a new life. We have finished dedicated police force. We've done rebels to nations. Okay. Great powers negotiate with the Ottoman Empire to return some of our homelands if we agree to stop raiding. Take the deal. So, we get state treasury. As replacement for Russian aid, Russia financed the foundation of our state treasury, permanently granting us 1,000 from minting. We'll agree to stop raiding. We get 2 provinces in Montenegro. Death before peace. Russia will cease Russian aid and will stop raiding, or sure, we'll totally stop raiding. Okay, so this one we get, they finance us and we get money and we get the provinces. This one, they finance us, we get more infamy. They don't like us as much. but we can continue to raid. I'm going to do that one, I think. He dreams the erection of a great national empire, the center of which will be Montenegro. Is it not such an ambition, open madness? Shall a lunatic with impunity strike a spark which might set the whole world in flames? We're going to do that one. So we take some territory, we get some infamy, and we're going to continue to raid. Because now we're not worried about the Russians anymore. Montenegro's violent and aggressive reputation has forced the great powers to withdraw their support. We must now rely on our own strength to form a Serbian nation. Prestige minus 35%. Damn, we get training rate though. The Lonely Mountain. We have everything we need here in our hearts. That's cool. Obviously, we're going to continue to raid. We have a lot of bonuses here. Look at that raider economy. Damn. So we need to make sure we're ready for when that runs out. We have a much larger population now, at least. We need to make sure we keep on improving relations. Okay, Greece will back us. Russia has a truce for 3 years. So we need to wait for 3 years and hope the Russians will back us against the Ottomans. That's the idea. All right, mechanical tools. The Yugoslav national movement. Now, the problem is I don't know the shenanigans with the world market as well as I probably should to be able to properly sort ourselves out here. We do have a trading thing in Montenegro. And it does make money through importing liquor, sugar, iron, wood, and this, and in return it exports our wonderful shirts. Okay, now, oh, you see little celebrations. What are you guys celebrating? Let me know. Please, tell me. Okay, we're building tools. Our economy is growing significantly. Serbia is supported by Montenegro, and you give us money. No, Montenegro gives you money. Well, no, I'm not doing that. I like you, Serbia. Don't get me wrong. I like you, but, like, let's calm down. Bring me more heads! I want to wait until we fight the Ottomans again. Oh, I love that we could keep raiding. I literally said, oh, yeah, but we're gonna develop into a proper nation. No, raiding. It makes money. Whomst will judge me for this? All right, now we have more farmland, though. That's the key part. Because before we had like 4 things, I think. And now we're going for a little bit more. We're going to do this. We're going to export our meat as much as possible. I'm trying to get my people employed, basically. I'm trying to funnel money into them. Like, I can't just give it to them, unfortunately. And let's sell our wood as well. Serbia is getting taken out by the Ottomans. Okay, Russia's attacking them. What? What? I wasn't involved in this. But they said, wait, where's my army? What happened to my army? Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. I had a much larger army than this. Who took it from me? All right, we're going to go for more heads. That event's triggered again. The problem here is that I need this land. So I need Serbia to lose. And the Russians, it appears, are not as successful. Bring me more heads. Keep raiding. Need to fund my army. No. Okay, right. He's coming for us. That's fine. We can hold the mountain. We'll hold the mountain forever. All right, we're going to call the Russians. It looks like the Austrians are already going to war with this lot over here. I want these lands. I want to make them primary as well, so we can't just back out. Yeah, there's no way he can fight this. Now, we are relying on the Russian AI here. Alternatively, we could rely on the British as well. There we go. And we still have 15. We will take Kosovo as well. Now he's fearful. He should back down without a war, which would be my ideal. Because frankly, we don't know if we're going to be able to fight this one. He didn't back down in Thessaly. He's not going to back down here, it doesn't look like. Even though he's fearful. Oh, boy. Okay, well, that ain't good. Oh, the Russians are here. Oh, the defense of Montenegro! The boys! I knew I was right to pick all the military stuff. I knew I was right. To be fair, he's also fighting on like 15 other fronts. Yes! The defense! I think I have been robbed here because there's the Serbian uprising. And the problem with the Serbian uprising is that... wait, what? We're going to win that. The problem with the Serbian uprising is invalidated a lot of my casus belli. Okay, there's a Greek uprising as well. There's a lot of problems with the Ottoman Empire at present. But yeah, that means that I don't get half the stuff I want. Like, I don't get Montenegro. It's a little bit annoying. Like, if I do these peace deal, we've gotten these areas. We are earning the max amount of 5,000. But this is a problem. Now, the Serbian uprising is currently going on. Oh, look, Serbia and Montenegro. Here we go. With a shared border, our free states... after I took over the other Serbia. With our shared border, our free states have the opportunity to reunite Serbian people into a single nation. They say that Montenegro was founded by Serbian knights who got lost in the carnage of the Battle of Kosovo and made their way to the Black Mountain and held it from the Turks. Their sons fought on, and their sons and their sons. And so Montenegrins have held the mountain for centuries, never scared to come down and aid their fellow Christians. Now, finally, the battle has turned. There's brave knights who never surrendered can rejoin the main host, perhaps to lead it to the fight ends in victory or death. So we are Montenegro. So he's Montenegro's rulers and laws. And with the great Serbian nation indefinitely. We are Serbia. We get Serb uprising rulers and laws. We are Serbia and Montenegro. We use our rulers and laws but change the name to Serbia and Montenegro. We're one people but 2 states. Not going to do that. What laws do you have that I might prefer? Yeah, no, we don't want any of those laws. Nice, okay, so we just get the land for free. Okay, that was a lot better than I thought it'd be. That's really cool. And we're still raiding them. So we still get 5,000 a week from just raiding the hell out of them. I love that. All right. Well, now we have the ability to actually build an economy. We have 2 million people. Let's start cracking on. Do I have iron? I hope so. Yes, I've got iron mines, coal mines. I can actually build it. This is great. I can build an economy. We have wheat now. Oh, look at this. Okay, we have a shortage of coal. We can fix that. I mean, the shortage of coal should fix on its own, really. When people go into the coal mine here. Yeah, I don't want to overreact. We need fertilizer. That can be fixed if I do... Where are my ranches? Over here, increase wool gathering. Training pays off. Look at that. Our extra training seems to pay off. Troops in Montenegro put their training to use and learn some new tactics. So 10% offense and defense. I mean, our offense and defense is crazy. We saw us hold off the Ottomans there. Wait, the Greece versus the Greek uprising. Nice. It's just add that to the list of things we love to see. Oh, Peter II died. Got all this stuff here. Damn. Who do we have now? This guy. He's 25. He's liked. Armed forces persistent, a demagogue, tactful, and a popular commander. Cool. All right, what are we struggling with here? We've got some turmoil. It's going down. Hardwood, and small arms. Okay, so I think, do we have any more logging camps? Okay, so you're a logging camp. Let's switch you over to focus hardwood. Should produce enough hardwood for us. And then we need dyes. Only way to get dyes for us to import them. All right, let's sort out subventions. Okay. Drop you back to normal. You back to normal. Clothes needs to go back to normal. All right, and let's see what we're lacking in. Grain, wood, liquor, coal. I do need to incorporate Kosovo. Greece has taken a lot of land from the Ottomans. That's a crazy amount of land. Like, that's a concerning amount of land. Oh no, our raiders got lured into an ambush. 7 barracks will be destroyed. They counter-raided us. That's insane. 7 barracks are gone. Look at that. Weirdly enough, actually a good thing for us because that gives us 3 years of construction efficiency. Or some social mobility. Great is in crisis. I'm not gonna lie, Ottomans. I think you failed worse than real life. Okay, we're gonna go for wealth voting because we are a massively illegitimate government. Why can I actually make this law happen? Weird. This is crazy. I was wondering why we had so many radicals. Just immediately democracy saved. Nice. What the what is this? Why is Scotland? Okay, that is the most cursed thing I think I've seen. Ireland is independent and Scotland controls Northern Ireland. I feel unsafe as an Englishman showing that off. Like, that doesn't feel like it's a good thing to me. Meanwhile, the Confederate States of America turned up. Man, the Russians do not like us. I'm gonna discourage raiding because we still get the max anyway. All right, we got ourselves wealth voting or a constitutional duchy, which is cool. Slightly better government, but Christ, why is it so bad? Too busy raiding. Fair. It's indefinite? Oh, it's so over for us. How do I not do this? I don't want to raid anymore. I'm sorry. I apologize. How do I not raid anymore? I think that should help a little bit. I think it's a bit more legitimacy. Okay, we don't want to raid anymore. We need to fight them. What the hell happened to Britain that this took place? All right, well, it's time to stop paying the army millions per month. Probably start taxing our people. Huh? Okay, right. Sorry, I got scared because something big popped up. A crisis unchecked. The once great Ottoman Empire was unable to contain the burgeoning unrest in the Balkans. Unrest may continue to grow. Look at that. All right, every Ottoman subject gets rebellious opportunity. I don't know if there are any Ottoman subjects left. Great Britain is taking out Tunis. What is this? East India Company or the Indian Modernist Revolt. That's cool. And in return, Britain and France are fighting over that. There's a lot of reasons to expend on that one, boys. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I think with our current troops, we can actually take the Ottomans on our own. So I'm just gonna give it a go. We're gonna go for skip. We can also sway people. I think we just sway Russia, you know. Sway with become subject or sway with obligations. Or I could own obligations to 2 Sicilies. Or I could fight it myself. Like, 2 Sicilies isn't gonna help too much. Russia, they might do nefarious things with their obligation. Still, let's not risk it, yeah? I think that's a good idea. Let's offer an obligation and we'll go from there. Make a protector of the Ottoman Empire. That's unhinged. I would love to do that. Obviously, they're going to instantly rebel. I shouldn't do it. I really want to. It's 20 for Albania, let alone the entire Ottoman Empire. Like, that's a ridiculously low amount here. Okay, Eastern Serbia as well. All right, we don't want too many here. Okay, they back down. Nice. Works nicely. Didn't even have to fight. Oh, there's a Serbian uprising here as well. Oh, good luck. You have to fight the Austro-Hungarians and the Ottomans. Yeah, good luck, bud. Wait, I need to stop raiding. I'm currently raiding Bosnia. Why? Why was I raiding Bosnia? That's my land. Oh, God, it was coded so I'd raise Bosnia. I don't think I'm meant to be able to still raid at this point. I've got to kill the Ottomans as quickly as possible. It's shit unimaginably funny. I was just raiding 500,000 of my own civilians. So just going through our stuff here. We do still have our military stuff for a while. Mintings for 26 years. Priest illiterate 6 years. The raider economy exists for 26 more years. I think we're just doing a false flag attack on Austria. Now, the question is, do we think that Austria is capable of fighting Russia? I think it might be time to change this. So the women in the fields, in terms of the legal guardianship, should mean that 150 battalions could be mobilized, but it's not the case. So we need to go for propertied women to get the women out of the fields. Which is, I know it feels weird, but that's something that needs to happen. Alright, we need some way of getting sulfur as well. Alright, let's put our taxes back up. Anytime I get close to starting to lose money, just chuck the taxes back up and we're good to go. Okay, the Prussians are currently in Vienna. I think now is realistically our only chance to go after the Austrians. Alright, we're going for Dalmatia. Our troops should be competent. Alright, the Russians are in for humiliation. Let's get Austria and Montenegro. We're going to get more of a coastline here. And now, what I need to check is if any of you have sulfur. Wallachia side with us. Oh, yeah, because they're a vassal. Sulfur in Venice. Oh, dear, Greece side with Austria. Well, you have sulfur, don't you? Yes, down here in Athens. Alright, we're going to be a bit disjointed here, but I need it. I'm going to move down here to the Greek front. I want the war as quickly as possible. That's the plan. Alright, where we go. The Greeks actually have a good number of troops, but we have better troops, which is kind of the key part. Let's keep going, Russia. And then hopefully we can sort this out before the Prussians peace out. The Baltic governorates are beating the Austrians at sea. It's an embarrassing loss. Damn, North German Federation's turned up. Okay, we gotta win this quick now. Oh, one nation, one people. The states effort to define their nation shared by Serbian identity have spread a feeling of alarm amongst Greek populations. They must indeed become Serbs. Yeah, they gotta become Serbs. Sorry, Greeks. We do get a lot of military modifiers. Maybe too many, but it's fun though. Alright, with Greece done, we run north. Greek is supporting separatism. I mean, yeah, fair. Alright, there we go. These are already incorporated states, which is nice. Alright, we have to sort our economy. So unfortunately, Victoria 3 decided to break up my PC, which meant that my recording corrupted for the last little while. So let me take you through what's been going on. We have this fun thing called National Awakening. So whilst Montenegro has taken its first steps towards nationhood, it remains a land of peasants. Much of our populace continues to view the world through the lens of Aerykan clan rather than that of national brotherhood. We must foster cultural fervor amongst the populace and construct a unified nation. So I've been trying to do that through event and trying to get the Serbian cultural fervor up. The way I've been doing that is by mass producing universities in Montenegro. I have claimed other areas where the Serbs are living. I've researched pan-nationalism, and there's some events. There's also establishing Yugoslavia, which I'm not going to do, mainly because I can't get the legitimacy for it. Ireland split into four. Scotland, Leinster, Ireland, and Connaught. There was the Paris Commune for a while. That was interesting. And I've taken some land south of Greece as well as one province off the Ottomans. We have risen to the 10th rank great power. Frankly, I'm not even sure how I've done that. Like, our GDP is decent. It's not the best in the world, but it's getting up there. So yeah, the current plan is to keep cracking on. And to every given opportunity... What the hell is this? Russian-American headquarters. Okay. Did not know that was there. Every given opportunity to grab myself more of these universities. Anti-Spanish League is formed as a result of Spain overtaking Montenegro in the top 10 prestige rankings. Alright, I need to figure out what... Maybe these steel frame buildings? That'll bankrupt me. I need better education for now. So that fervor is going up. Okay, that's good. That's good. We need to get to 75. I think if I had an ethno-state, it would make this go up a bit more, but I think it would also destroy my nation. Why are Britain and Germany fighting? Cut Britain down to size, humiliate them. Okay. Russia's been embargoing me. Why? Bro, we're in the same market. What? Why did I leave the Russian bloc? Well, there goes all my influence. Oh, is it because we're in the top 8? We're not allowed to be part of it anymore? It's a little bit annoying. The Russians are the only reason I won any of these wars. I'm now going to have to actually start creating an army of my own. Seriously, it is just the Russians. I brought them in against the Austro-Hungarians. That's why I was able to take this land from Austria. Yeah. I only got 78 units. I mean, we could probably take them. No. Spectre haunting the world. Oh no. Also, if I raid, it just raids Bosnia, I think. I don't want to try it again. Also, Turkey. It's now an marmite. And they're developing a can opener. I've been increasing separatism as well over here. Alright, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? But let's do it. Huge glass shortage. Like, phenomenally large. Allows Great Britain to build in Montenegro. Let's negotiate. What do I get in return? You guarantee my independence. No, well then get out of here. I'm not going to give you anything. Alright, I need everyone in Montenegro to be academics. Because there's just such a huge quantity of Serbs there that there's more of a chance that if I build a university there that they will, because it's like 95% Serbian, that there'll be Serbians in academia. Bit of a drop off in GDP, but hey, we'll get back there. Don't worry. defensive pact together. I don't think I need a defensive pact, you know. All right, the cultural fervor's going up bit by bit. This has been my entire... Oh, it's going to go up. Yes! It's been my entire gameplay loop. It's just been trying to strengthen the ideas of the Serbian people. Village schooling. Give them more funding. Right, we didn't have, especially the world, we didn't get any of that filthy communism. They also, Russia lost Crimea and Alaska. Niger is also pink. I don't know why, but they are. I'd do a Moroccan GDP check, but they're dead. France and Britain this game have less been about the puppets and more been about direct control. There's that GDP recovery right there. Wild how much money we make when we're not. Like this is on low taxes to be clear. Only one thing for it, and that's to build a much larger army. Oh, look at that fervor. It's all from the academics. The fervor is really, really cool. So the idea that they gave in the dev diary is, for example, let's say there's an Irish exodus to America. America builds universities in those areas. And therefore, a lot of Irish culture pops start to become academics, thereby espousing the cultural values of the Irish people, right? Which means that is then going to have a knock-on effect in Britain with the Irish separatist movement, because there's more of an idea surrounding it. It is very cool. See, now I could probably do the Yugoslavia stuff if I do it, and I get unifying these Slavic people. We get the beacon, the Balkans, where we get a competent leader, and we can come to Bosnia and Albania if the state region is not entirely owned by Montenegro, which is done. But I want to do this national awakening thing, man. I want, like, this is the special Montenegro one. I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that it says the cultural fervor of Serbian equal or greater to 75. That should do the check, but it doesn't. But the check here is out of 100. So I'm hoping that's not a mistake. I'm hoping this is not a paradox coding error. This has been a fun one. This is the thing with Victoria 3. Like, it's so much fun, like, building your nation and developing your peoples when you have stuff like cultural fervor, when you have stuff like I've had a storyline here with Montenegro. And yeah, I think that's one of Victoria 3's greatest strengths and greatest weaknesses. It's a lot of fun when you have this narrative to follow, and it's not great when you don't. Another company. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll go for this. We're the number 7 producer worldwide of tools. That's amazing. That 11 looking good as well. We're going to build power plants everywhere. Hungary is supporting Hungarian separatists in their border. I'm supporting Serbian separatists in theirs. Oh, Hungary's independent. Wow. Damn, you're still a great power, sir, which is crazy to me. Yes, I was struggling getting Serbian fervor above 50, but then I sat down, I studied, I watched, I read the dev diaries to understand it fully. I should have done that before attempting this, but it's very, very cool as a system. I like it. Oh, so here we go. It's going to go in like instantly to 75, or it's not. I thought it was going to increase. Oh, well, that's fine. We'll get it anyway. Come on. Never did the corn laws, but oh well. All right, this should be it. Oh, next month. You stop teasing me, game. Corsican National Awakening has begun. There you go. That should do it. The fall of the Balkan League, there is no longer a force strong enough to make a stand for the cause. The Balkan League is done. That's fine. We didn't need it in the first place. But here we go. Serbian revival. The efforts of the Montenegrin state to foster a national fervor have led to a cultural renaissance. Even in the remotest villages of Vojvodina, our citizens now understand their place as a part of a Serbian nation. The census taker watched as the door to the hut swung open. It was the most remote village he had yet visit. The census taker watched as the door to the hut swung open. It was the most remote village he had yet visited, a place of 2 horses and a single winded road. A man stood at the doorway and crisply saluted at the sight of his brass buttons. What is your name? Janko Sajan, answered the man in the doorway. And where are you from? I am a Serbian, sir, like my father and his father before him. Long live the Serbian people. Or a great nation deserves a great army. Very cool. So we've done that. I think that is everything on this side of things. There's 1 or 2 more things I want to do. Firstly, this is my final submission. I'm done. I am going to annex Turkey. The reason I'm going to annex Turkey is because there's the raiding mechanic still, obviously, and I want to see the event of David slays Goliath. So there we go. That should do it. Raiding is done. Oh, we didn't get the event David slays Goliath. That's a shame. To be fair, it's kind of niche. All right, now establishing Yugoslavia. Let's do that. Can no longer raid. Actually, that's so. Oh, look at this. Montenegrin rapture. Our nation has outlasted the greatest enemy. The Ottoman Empire is no more. Let Montenegro become a paradise on earth. We get state construction efficiency. Let's inspire the end of all tyranny. Wait, every subject worldwide, no matter the level, gets Montenegrin freedom fighters. So every single subject gets weekly liberty desire. That's really funny. And all we know now is war. Infamy decay, morale recovery, training rate. You get some really good stuff here. Just get songs of freedom. Just get rid of everyone. I like that. And now let's form Yugoslavia. Launch unification play. That's cool. We're going to form Yugoslavia. There we go. Through the efforts of the Emperor Nikola Petrovic Njos, Yugoslavia has established a nation unifying Croatian and other South Slavic peoples. There you go, the future of Yugoslavia is bright. And I believe that is all of the custom little journal stuff done. That was a lot of fun. I am looking forward to doing more of this. I think I might go for Bulgaria next. Maybe go for Hungary, maybe some Greece. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below, chaps. If you want to see more of this kind of content, make sure to like the video and subscribe. I'm actually really happy with the progress of Victoria 3. I am not too proud to admit that I did about a year ago, like, write this game off. I was like, I'm probably never going to play it again. I'm really not enjoying it. Like, it's just not fun. And they brought me back in. The world market has been great. They've had a series of really good releases, and the immersion packs do a lot for the flavor. And that is the key part that was missing for me all along. I don't mind sitting here playing a spreadsheet simulator of trying to, like, get my, oh, we need 3 guns over here, 1 soul for that. I don't mind doing all of that, provided I feel like I'm working towards a name, and that is what we have here. So yeah, great job on for the Victoria teams. I'm seriously impressed. You've converted me. I'm now a certified Victoria enjoyer. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. My personal thanks to Aiden Clark, who is said to be 7 feet tall. Lewis Wright, who once killed a man with his bare thumb. Redguard76, whom I've been secretly in love with this entire time. And the Schmoobler, who needs no introduction. Also thanks to Crilly, Ghostwolf, and Jason White for being my Patreon supporters. Means a lot, guys.